you though. Just typing. Behave.
Excuse me, madam. What is your name? Pat. Come here, Pat. Come and stand behind me, or beside me. Take one step to your left, Pat. Now, Pat. I have something for you. And I would like you to hold. Grow. You'll be needing it short. Now, in a moment, Pat, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, yes.
And I want you to give me and everyone else here a completely honest answer. Are you ready? Are you ready, Pat? Pat, have you ever seen an erection like this? Never. Now I'll ask Pat that question for two reasons. One is just to embarrass him, but number two is that there is a very weak link between this Roman column and our next story. For hundreds of years, this column has lain buried beneath York Minster until it was dug up and restored to its former glory. Our next story is about being buried alive. There have been many recorded accounts of apparent corpses reviving just in time to prevent their own burial. And even more horrific accounts of bodies found outside of their coffins, their fingers and their nails torn to the bone in their desperate attempt to claw their way out of their tomb. One such account is connected to a York graveyard. The graveyard, on hearing that a young woman was to be buried wearing a gold necklace, some gold rings, and a gold bracelet was determined to have. So he crept back to the graveyard at night. He dug down to the coffin. He prized open the lid, and quickly he removed the necklace. He slid off the gold rings. But when it came to the bracelet, he found that the catch had broken. And no matter how hard he tried, he could not remove it. But, undeterred, he took out a knife, not dissimilar to the one I have here tonight. Pat, your hand. The other. And unbelievably, he began to cut down into the woman's wrist. Right down to the bone. Is this better than Teletubbies? Well, unfortunately for the gravedigger, the young woman was not dead. She'd been buried in a coma, and now the flow of fresh blood made her hand jerk back to life. Now the gravedigger fled in terror and was never seen in York again. The young woman, however, made a complete recovery and was restored to her family and her friends. Pat, this is your moment. For no particular hurry, wipe it. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's spoiled the hanky.
Don't worry about that. Pat,
Yes.
get on. What is your name? Eloise. Come here, Eloise. Come and stand behind that light. Now, Eloise, are you afraid? Don't be very afraid. Because in a moment, Eloise, I want you to put a really ugly face. That's good. Eloise, this is for you.
Oh, thanks.
It's a souvenir of the ghost hunt. You must take it home with you tonight. You must place it under your pillow. And when you wake up in the morning, Eloise, it will still be there. Right, we will move on now to our next story. But I tell you now, it is not a very happy story, like the last one. Our next story is a very sad story. So make a gap here, make a gap, and follow me to our next story. Make a gap.
Oh my god.